Hey, this is Robert from the Evolution Store. Today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite dinosaur of all time, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, we got a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull right here. We also have one up above me right there, a little bit bigger. I actually have this one right here. I got this when I was a kid. My dad got it for me for Christmas. And T-Rex, like a lot of kids, has always been my favorite. And it still is. People always ask me, why T-Rex? You study paleontology, we thought you'd have a cooler, more abstract or off-brand dinosaur. And Tyrannosaurus Rex, I always say, well, Tyrannosaurus Rex is the king or the queen, right? Tyrannosaurus Rex means tyrant lizard king. The females were probably bigger. The way we can tell that is by looking at their bones. We find two types of Tyrannosaur skeletons, and we'll find really, really thick bones, and then we'll find a lot thinner bones, right? And the really thick bones were probably the females, because tyrannosaurs, like reptiles and birds, laid eggs. And when you lay eggs, you need calcium for the shell. And you need to store that calcium somewhere. And where do you store calcium? Well, in your bones. So that's probably why the females, there's a lot of birds and reptiles that have really thick bones. Females will have really thick bones for storing that calcium. Now, we're going to mostly talk about the skull today, right? Because that's what we have here at the store. We have a couple of these skulls. T-Rex had a bite force of 12,800 pounds, right? And its skull was designed to withstand that. Everything from these air sacs and hollows all the way through the skull, and even their teeth, and what we call this a fenestra right here, so that the jaw can flex when it bit. Basically, kind of think of all these holes in this fenestra, and all these fenestras is kind of like shock absorbers, right? And then the teeth were not only very, very thick, but they were also serrated, right? And they were designed also for just really strong impact. But they were going to break no matter what. That happened pretty much to any dinosaur. Dinosaurs could go through hundreds of teeth in a lifetime. And that's why we have so many here behind me. Another thing about this skull and just T-Rex in general is if you look, it might be kind of hard to see, but we've got our eyes right here, right? The eyes are going to be right here, and they're facing at you right now, right? They're facing at the camera. So T-Rex had forward-facing eyes, it appears. That's kind of like us, right? And the reason for that is so that you can, see in 3 dimensions, right? You could have depth perception, and you can kind of narrow in your prey. You can get closer and tell how far away your prey is. When we look at other predators like alligators that have eyes on the sides of their heads, those tend to be more ambush predators, right? An alligator will wait in the water for something to come up to it and then kind of pounce. So it kind of needs more of a range of views to see things coming up to it around it, whereas T-Rex probably was honing in on its prey. I could go on and on about Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like I said, it's my favorite dinosaur, and dinosaurs are just generally my favorite. But I think that's pretty much all I want to cover for today. So come on in, check it out, and check out our social media and our website. Have a good day, guys.